Welcome back, everyone. 30 Days of Pride may be wrapping up worldwide, but right here in San Antonio, there's a pair of brothers who aim to spread that joy year-round, and I had a chance to get to know them just a little better. Everything you see inside this shop represents so much of San Antonio, but it's the people who greet you that may just be the greatest finds.
Do you need help with something? Yeah. Just holler at me. All the stickers are going to be about $4.
I feel so lucky because he's my best friend.
That's Uriel Diaz, big brother to Anthony Diaz, who you may recognize if you've been to Carolina's Antiques.
Hi guys, welcome to Carolina.
Welcome.
Hi.
They're 2/3 of the triangle that hand select everything for the store. Brothers, best friends, and each other's greatest advocates in everything, especially when it comes to their identity.
I came out at the age of 15, so since I was little, I knew I was queer and I knew that I fell under that umbrella. I did a lot of research when I was young and just to learn about the history of my community. And I had never been around many queer people, so it was a little difficult coming out at first. I did come out before my brother did, and it was a little difficult, I won't lie. My mom had to learn, and I appreciate that she took the time to learn, because a lot of people don't do that.
Coming out as gay, honestly, I had a really good experience. Luckily, my mom was very accepting. She told me, I always knew when you were little, you were always wanting to be a mermaid and, twirling, and I was always, I loved feminine things, and so it was easy. It was actually a lot harder coming out as non-binary because it's something that people can't really wrap their heads around.
While their individual stories sound a little different, their mission to educate others and spread joy to our city isn't.
We're always going to need more queer joy in the world, and it's more than just, the 1 month, it's every day, and that's one really important thing about our shop Carolinas, is that our goal is to be prideful always. We don't carry pride stuff just in June. We carry it all year long because there's no stopping point on being queer.
Honestly, I do feel like in any place, there's always going to be room to grow. I feel like it is our place. If we want to be visible, then we have to accept the fact that sometimes we have to educate and not necessarily automatically feel like it's an attack on our character, and realize that, oh, maybe they just don't have the proper resources to understand who we are. So I've always tried my best to educate those who are willing to learn.
In the same way they're embracing who they are, they say Disney helped them get to this point. Uriel, a social media influencer, and Anthony, an artist.
Me and my brother used to always fight to figure out which princess we're gonna be. He was always Ariel and I was always Pocahontas, but these strong figures always kind of gave me that strength that I never knew that I needed.
And it is the new live-action Little Mermaid Loungefly bag. I'm really known for all my Disney bags. I have a room just for my Disney bags, and that is one of the main, things that catapulted my social media, was people seeing oh, I guess I can be an adult and still love Disney and still collect things.
Maybe by now you know these San Antonio brothers a little more and can appreciate the extra glimmer of magic they add to our city. Thank you so much for sharing your story with me, Uriel and Anthony. You guys can follow them on social media, Carolina's Antiques. Uriel goes by the Huntysaurus on Instagram, and Anthony is the Lemon by AD. So stay with us, y'all, after the break.